smell of success.
I've played more Ben 10 games than I ever thought I would, and that I'd ever feel comfortable with. It's one of the few things in my life that I'm not proud of. Look, I'm proud of everything I've ever done, except the Ben 10 games. You don't, like, no one wakes up one day and says, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play every Ben 10 game there ever was. No one does that, and I didn't do that. And I mean, it's not like they're bad, per se, but they're just so, like, I mean, this is the actual physical form of apathy. It's like a transformer of indifference. You can just sense the number of fucks that we're given making this game. And I got news for you. That number is far lower than the amount of Ben 10 games I've played in my life, which is now even higher, and which now also includes Ben 10 Alien Force for the Nintendo Wii. More like Ben, when will this madness end?
Should I know who you are?
No, but I know you. More accurately, I knew your grandfather, Max Tennyson.
So if you've never seen Ben 10, well, that makes two of us. I mostly watch cartoons pre-1960. Also, the early 90s stuff from when cartoons got good again. Also, Disney movies. I've watched way more Disney movies than I'd ever feel comfortable with. And I sing them loudly in public. Mostly pre-1960 songs. Look, the point is, I don't know much about Ben 10, and I'm more ashamed of things in my life than I thought I was. From what I understand playing all these games, though, it's a kid, and he can turn into into aliens with his little smartwatch. Take that, Tim Cook.
If you don't like the company, you can always just slap that watch of yours and fly, or ooze, or whatever, wherever you want.
And also, he hangs out with this redhead, who's kind of cute, but has a judo throw like Ronda Rousey and a neck like Elasmosaurus, which is actually something she should be comfortable with, because imagine how easy fishing would be for her. Just sticks her neck in the lake, holds her breath for a second, comes up with 17 different varieties of fish in her teeth. Also, she's his cousin. Not entirely sure that should matter to Ben, though. I mean, Earth is like the West Virginia of space.
All right, we're on it.
So anyway, this Ben 10 game is like most Ben 10 games. It's a simple, kind of generic action game made mostly for very young kids who are just going to be excited that it's a Ben 10 game and not really care that it's a simple, kind of generic action game made mostly for very young kids who are just going to be excited that it's a Ben 10 game. You walk around, you beat up bad guys and inanimate objects. Boy, these are some extraterrestrial tough guys. Anyway, you can change into 5 different aliens.
We all hate picnics.
Oh, okay. And you can unlock new moves for those aliens as you progress.
We hate popcorn too.
And sometimes you play as Gwen and Kevin, who each have their own...
We hate cotton candy and teddy bears and trash and recycling and...
Whoa! Let's just calm down for a second. Aliens. Jeez. Anything else you want to get off your chest? Anything else you have a problem with?
Sedentary lifestyles.
Well, you know, that one's actually fair and encouraging, because no matter what planet or solar system we happen to be from, I think we can agree that we all need more...
It's still video game conventions.
Hey, speaking of stale though, this game it's kind of like someone left the bread open and then fast forwarded time by 3 weeks, because this gets stale before you even realize time has passed. I've never seen a better argument for the possibility of time travel than Ben 10 Alien Force. And you don't even need to understand quantum physics or wormholes. All you need to know is this is so repetitive and boring, it folds time in on itself and minutes suddenly become weeks, and then there's Twin Pines Mall, it all checks out. Neil deGrasse Tyson, why don't you make a show about it for the Nat Geo channel? No one cares. It's so repetitive and boring, no one cares. The game, not Nat Geo. I'm actually a big fan of Kentucky Justice. Kentucky is like the West Virginia of America.
Kevin, I found the array.
And I suppose you're gonna need my help to get it, huh?
Actually, no. It's just sitting there.
Well then quit wasting time and get it so we can get out of here.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Anyway, there's only like 8 levels, which that part would be a godsend actually, but the game decides each one of them should last about 8 years. And look, I'm not a math guy, but that adds up to a long fucking time, all right? Especially considering how repetitive it all is, you know? And that's the thing. It's never really bad or anything. Calm down, it's not a bad game, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, it's just so repetitive and generic that it somehow feels 64 years long. Which actually is bad, so I take it back. That is the mark of a bad game. And actually, so are bland graphics. And although the fireflies are pretty, I like fireflies. I like to chase them through the meadows at dusk, when the summer months are at their peak and the forest is alive with life and magic. Clunky platforming I like less though, and like repetitive gameplay I don't like that either. It's got all the button pressing excitement of an ATM. Only the ATM gives you money. This just takes it. But hey, it's at least mediocre. And for the amount of fucks that were given, or clearly not given, that's actually pretty impressive. Crank up your Omnitrix, children! It's Ben 10 Alien Force for the Nintendo Wii.
Man, this is seriously advanced. I bet it could focus a huge amount of energy. Hey, did they take away your manners when they gave you a badge?